Hello and happy Monday to my fire signs. I'm talking to my Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius friends for this Monday, which is May 30th, Memorial Day, the up-and-coming energy for the week for you guys. I drew a general card for the fire signs for the energy and then dove a little deeper, pulling a couple cards for each sign individually. So the card that presented for my fire signs for this week was the 10 of Cups. So the 10 of Cups is really just about like bliss and harmony and alignment. I always think of my cup runneth over, right? Like this is a card of just bliss, emotional, complete and true emotional fulfillment. So that is like the energy that I think we all want to work towards, right? But for my fire signs, that's what you guys are working on, creating bliss and harmony and alignment, true emotional fulfillment, right? So I went on and I started first with my Aries, and the card that presented to get a little broader perspective for you guys this week is the Two of Wands. So the Two of Wands, it showed up in reversed, but this card is really about our personal goals. It's about inner alignment, right? So to bring about alignment, harmony, and bliss of the 10 of Cups, the Two of Wands really asks you to look at your personal goals. When it comes in its reverse, just be cautious. Make sure to look that you're not lacking in your planning, right? And it also calls on you to let go of fear around the unknown, right? The Two of Wands is really about looking to the future, really getting clear on what's really important to you and making adjustments in your plan so that you can move towards the energy of the 10 of Cups, which is, complete bliss and harmony. Really calls on you to step out of your comfort zone, right? And check your planning, check your personal goals, and make sure you're really aligning them. And I drew a card from my Wisdom of Tree decks for everybody this week also. And the card that presented for my Aries friends was the Cherry card, and it came in its reversed position. And the message with that reads as such: consider keeping away from any substances that you know are not good for you, and especially foods that are highly refined. If your life is lacking joy, try to take pleasure in the simplest things, such as the beauty of a flower. So, energy centers for you guys, right? Interesting that it speaks to if you are lacking in joy in your life, right? For my Aries friends who are feeling like they're really just trying to bring in more joy, the center that stuck out in your Two of Wands card is the orange. Overwhelmingly, the orange stood out to me, and that is our pleasure center, our sacral chakra, right? It's about being able to receive pleasure. So that is the center for my Aries friends this week. Really lean into maybe meditations around your sacral chakra, lean into bringing more orange into your life, really allowing and being open to receive pleasure so that you can bring about the full bliss and harmony of that 10 of Cups energy. Next, I'm going to move over to my Leo friends, and you guys got the Emperor in reverse, right? So the Emperor, he is the father archetype of the tarot deck, right? He's typically the breadwinner. So this card really, it came in reverse for you, but this card really asks you to look at like your relationship with power, discipline, responsibility. In its reversed position, the Emperor can caution you to excessive control, right? Either within yourself or within your relationships, right? It really calls on you to look at those relationships and see if there's any imbalance with power, with over controlling or domination, right? So if you have any relationships like that, typically it could be a boss or a father figure or some kind of masculine kind of role. It can call on you, the Emperor in reverse, to look at those relationships and make sure you aren't giving somebody's not using excessive control with you or vice versa, right? It's about balancing relationships. It's about finding alignment and looking at our commitment to our goals so that we can really stay disciplined and move forward to achieve them. For your energy centers, definitely red and orange. Grounding and allowing pleasure, right? That's going to bring about the energy that we're looking at, that beautiful 10 of Cups energy, which is pure bliss, harmony, and emotional fulfillment. So the sweet orange showed up for you guys this week. Again, interesting because really the sweet orange, I'm just seeing the centers again, but your energy center is sacral chakra. And the message, let me grab my book here, that comes along with the sweet orange, and it showed up in reversed, reads as such. Are you feeling flat, bored, or listless? ? Enjoy more color into your life by seeking out interesting people and intriguing challenges. Get involved in life-enhancing activities and be sure to spend plenty of time in the fresh air. So anyway, that's the sweet orange, bringing in more sweetness. The Emperor, again, calls you to look at excessive control or inflexibility within your life. See where you can really align and find balance within the themes around power, discipline, and responsibility so that you can really bring forth that 10 of Cups energy. And finally, for my fire signs, we have our Sagittarius friends. You guys, you got the World card. And although it did show up in reverse, the World card typically speaks to completions of a cycle, like a big goal, accomplishing something, right? So it's about a success and a completion of a success on some level. When it shows up in its reverse position, though, it could speak to needing closure around a personal issue, or perhaps delays or some kind of obstacles in regards to projects or goals that you are working on. It can say that you are really close, that you're kind of like at the final stretch, but you really need to make sure you're taking all the necessary steps and really allowing yourself to stretch and grow so that you can accomplish these goals. Getting closure on something personal is something that some of you may be looking at, and also delays or obstacles around goals or completing something that you've been working on. Know that the World in reversed does say that you're really close to your goals, so not to give up, even though it may feel like, there's been a lot of delays or obstacles. Don't give up, because you're bringing in the energy for the theme this week is working on true emotional fulfillment, bliss and harmony within your emotional self and within your emotional life. And the card from the healing deck that came up for you guys was the eucalyptus. So the eucalyptus showed up in its upright position. And before I read that, I'm going to say blue, throat chakra for my Sagittarius friends. That is the center for you. Getting clear in your communications, not only with others, but getting raw and honest and clear with yourself. So blue for my Sagittarius friends is your center to work on. And the eucalyptus message reads, try to strike the right balance between overt enthusiasm and lack of interest. Throwing yourself headfirst into a new project seems exciting at the time, but it could leave you with little room for maneuvering later. So that's the message for you guys. I think it's interesting, the message that showed up for my Sag friends. Finding that right balance, completing that project, stretching, taking the necessary steps. Just know that everything is happening in divine time, and I wish all of my fire signs a great week moving forward, and hope you have a great Memorial Day.